We've wanted to get this tournament underway for some time now. We've been chomping at the bit. I'm told if you get that and you bounce it off there, it'll go in.
I mean, it's just geometry, right?
Well, that's supposedly, but it's...
They added in actually something where if you make it in the goal now, it's like, what's those little small things? Those little...
Confetti.
Confetti comes out. Yeah. There's like some horns.
Ah, that's much better. The problem is that everybody will shoot it straight away, and you're just like, well, you've just moved the position of it. Now we need to really...
I've never actually made it, I don't think.
No, well, I mean, that's not going to work, is it? Knock the panel off. That's a little rude. How did nobody shoot the ball? I mean, they've managed to even shoot that. You know what?
Because they're focused on winning, Demon. They're not focused on a basketball.
Death is everywhere.
So,
here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway on Nepal, and I'm going to get straight up to the front now because it's going to be Nala. They're going to be taking the high ground. That's what both teams are looking for. But Shadowburn is going to be on Bastion.
That's just ugly. That's just ugly to do that. Oh,
sneaky.
It's like protect the VIP, basically.
Yep.
You have the Reinhardt in front of him. You have the healer out of Slasher.
Not going to work.
Yeah, and that Reaper will be forced
away.
away.
Cut away alive.
It's so funny with Bastion too, because the way they changed the reload mechanic, or if you switch forms, you know, back and forth, you have ammo back to full, so you don't actually need to reload.
Yeah.
And they're trying to come for the side yet again. They're still protecting them. They have the point, and Fortress are just putting on a dominant display.
Genji, oh, I was about to say the Genji from behind could be enough, but there's the deflected shots. Look at that, instantly puts a big chunk of damage. That forces Shadowburn to move position. Genji comes around the side, gets his ultimate running, does manage to get himself one. Can't get the second though, unfortunately, and there's the Resurrect coming through, so he can't clear the high ground in time, and Shadowburn back alive.
Yeah, that was such a fast ultimate though, a fast Dragon Blade. And Shadowburn has his tank mode now available, and Nalar is just trying to buy some time. Actually, no, he picks up 2 kills before he goes down, and Claw's able to secure the third on a Shadowburn. This actually might be a take here for Prets.
It may work out for them. Faizu's going to come in. He's got himself his ulti available as well. That bomb ready to go. So they hold and cap the point. Nicely done. So Bastion, are they going to stick with it? They are, because he's got his ulti ready. Well, Shadowburn locks himself in. Changes. Pronic now has that big Graviton Surge available as well. He's going to have to pop the ulti to try and push into sight. Swings around. Manages to find one. That's going to be a second and a third. Tonic going down and mistakes. That's the 2 big supports picked off, which is the vital move. And they will cap out the point once again. The recapture. Back and forth we go.
Okay, so 29% to 38. And rising for Fortress now. Shadowburn still maintain this Bastion. They're still more than happy to sit up in this position. The dangerous thing is that if you go in from the other direction, yeah, you can force them off the high ground to chase you, but they're going to jump down with the Reinhardt and a Bastion. And it's a little bit difficult to actually defend against that. The point's being taken, and there they go. They dropped on point. Buhurpadura is looking to come in from the backside. Clanton, able to at least force some way, but he shifts straight into a Flame Strike out of a Reinhardt and gets taken down.
Yes, it's going to kind of backfire on you badly there. Clanton gets himself 3 or 4 there. Pretty easy stuff, and they hold the point once again.
Okay. So now we're seeing some Tracers come in. Faizu, Tonic and Mistakes both going to be on the Lucios. Side for Fortress. Finally, Shadowburn has switched away to Tracer here, so I think they realize the Bastion has run its course. And Buhurpadura is going to come in towards the high ground with the Dragon Blade available. This could be huge if he can connect these hits. And they're also pulled in together perfectly. Slasher, he should be the focus target. And Slasher has been taken down, this time by Nalar, as he actually glided across the middle of the point straight into the Reaper.
Shadowburn recalls straight back into the area of Genji. Nalar got himself 3 or 4 in that fight. And as you mentioned, it was all about that big Graviton Surge. Worked perfectly for them. So, how are they going to adjust? 98% to 40%. But the point is not in their hands. Very close between these two teams, it would appear on here, but Buhurpadura's got around the back of them. He's got the flank. He's going to get around. It's Slasher he's after, and it's Slasher he may well find, but he doesn't need to because Lars did it for him. He gets himself a triple.
It was actually really good timing on that ultimate too, because they got his ultimate to be used. Faizu has his pulse bomb available. Claws hasn't actually gotten much ult percent off of that push. He's pretty much tied up Pronic. He was behind about 30-40%, which is going to be huge for him to have Graviton Surge at the same time. But they're basically equal on ults. The only difference is that Fortress is running the Mercy instead of the double Lucio. And you're kind of seeing how that's affected. And the AoE healing is just insane out of Double Lucio, not to mention the speed you have. And Clanton has even gone over to McCree here, Demon.
They need to deal with Nah. He's been wrecking them every single time he comes in. That's what they're trying to hope for. Trying to get that flashbang down. He missed it. He missed the flashbang. And it isn't going to deal with them. And now Faizu and Buro given the freedom, the reign to come in with a shotgun blast.
All right, they're going to hold it again. So now it's going to come down to Fortress. How many Tracers are going to see out of them? Because they're going to have to rush this point. 94%. It's not going to go to overtime unless they touch it anymore, or unless they touch it now. I don't think they're going to have an opportunity here. I think Prets, they have picked up the first point here in this best of 5.
Yeah, not even close. Can't even deal with it. So from a 98% hold, they lose the map.
That's very back and forth. I mean, considering a lot of the pros say that's just, it's very TDM, it's very snowball-y. The other team has ultimates, you can't really win, but that was very back and forth considering.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, was Buro working well against the Bastion setup, but La was brilliant there.
Yeah, he's been doing some really good ults, actually.
Yeah.
Really good ults. His position's been pretty damn good. I wonder if, though, yeah, Fortress is switching over, so they're not running the Mercy anymore, because they lost the Bastion, obviously. So they're running the double Lucio. I think I don't know if Slasher actually plays much Lucio. Whenever I see him, playing like in a 6-stack for competitive, he's always playing usually the Mercy. So we'll see how it works out for him.
This is a good adjustment, though. The double Winston should be able to deal with the Genji, which will be coming around the side, and the Tracers. The Lightning Cannon, of course. Tesla working wonders. Just try and pick off that Genji, just sticking around the side, not able to catch on him, but haven't really taken too much on the point. And of course, the problem with Winston's is, what are the deals with them the best? It is the Reaper, who just probably was man of the match in the previous round. So, adjustments for one, countered for another. And Shadowburn forced away from this one, forced to retreat. And that was a pretty easy capture from Prets there. I don't think they lose a single person in the attack. No, nobody died. Maybe Tonic went down, I think that's about it.
Alright, so now Tonic's going to be on the...
just chilling. He's not even moving.
Well, he's going to be on the healing ore for him, because now Mistakes has his ultimate up, so they're going to actually switch the ores around, so they can get the double Soundbar available, and Buho still sitting on the Dragon Blade, and this is going to be dangerous. He's going to come in with the Dragon Blade. Actually, not going to use it, because they use the Pulse Bombs. Faizu, great communication within the team. This is what we talk about when we mention don't overcommit ultimates when you know you still have a long way to go.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You can't argue with that, and look what they've got left. Lars got his ulti now already available, along with obviously the Dragon Blade, which they saved. Sonic Barrier is going to be available shortly as well from Tonic. They kind of have this one locked down at the moment. Shadowburn's made the switch. He's gone over to Genji. They're realizing this is not working.
Yeah, they're going to have a Genji off. Ooh. Now Slasher getting extremely low. And Burro is going to continue to go in from the backs. Shadowburn's been able to catch out on him, and Nalar is going to be popping his Death Blossom, but eventually died of the Reflect.
Well, okay. Genji on Genji action. Some hot ninja love it going on between the two, but sadly Shadowburn doesn't have his ulti. Burro does, manages to get himself one. That's going to be one of them down. There's the second. Mufu gets dropped. Can he make it 3 as he goes for the second? Lucio doesn't look like it, and Slasher just about survives, but only so long enough to go down to Tonic. And this looks like, well, they're going to hold the point once again, but maybe not. Okay, let's have a look, because Shadowburn's close to getting his ultimate. Pronic is coming in now. He's got his ultimate ready to go. There's going to be the Primal Rage. He's going to try and beat them away, knock them off the site, get them away from the side here. Buy time for Shadowburn to try and get back in there. He's a long way off still getting that ultimate. It's 92%. There we go. Dragon Blade available. What can he do with it as he manages to try and dive in? Doesn't get the initial kill. Gets the counter on him. Brilliant stuff. And that may well have just won the map.
It might have. They're still waiting. Actually, took this one away. It's in overtime. The Tracers are trying to be cleaned up one by one. The Pulse Bomb! What are you doing? How do you pull off an amazing play like that, then walk into a Pulse Bomb? That's so... it's such a big mistake, but luckily the rest of the team is going to be there to hold them off, and Tonic just needs to knock them off. Let's keep them back, and there we go. 2-0. Prets need one more to go on to tomorrow.
Solid stuff. Solid stuff. They seem a little lost as to how to counter and what to counter. It looks like Prets have almost everything covered here. Getting obviously the Reaper, dealing with the double Winston at the start. Then the Genji of Burro doing brilliant work. Fantastic stuff. The Tracers from Clanton and Forsaken, not too sold on it. A bunch of Junkrats being switched in. Now we are obviously going into the Sanctuary. Is the correct sanctuary,
Yep.
isn't it? Yes, I am correct in that one. Trying to guess it off instantly staring at. This is the emote that everybody uses. The punch in the face. The little boy punching them in the face.
I don't use it. I use the cute sprays. I think that's just rude.
I think even
shatter his hand
Mitch
again.
uses that, you know. I think, but anyway.
But Junkrat.
Junkrat,
We have
yes.
to point this out. So
Junkrat.
Junkrat, it's not something we typically haven't seen on this point, especially like usually like the double tracers of Lucio is relatively good. Even the fair in there with some knockback is extremely good. Faizu's going to have such a difficult time dealing with Shadowburn if he gets focused down by him. But luckily, they're going to have the Genji to chase him down at least.
Well, they've got the Clanton as well switched over to Soldier 76. There's Nar being picked off. That's one of their thorns in their side. Can they deal with the second? They have got Barrage ready and waiting to go. They're going to get around the side onto Junkrat, hovering precariously above the site there. Shadowburn trying to keep them away. Does manage to knock one, I think, down, but Clanton got himself the double. And that will be the first time, I think, they've managed to cap out the point and start. Tell a lie, they did it on the first map.
Yep. Yeah. And they were able to take it back out of them. So
switch to Soldier 76 there for Buhur. Not dealing with the Genji this time around.
And Faizu switched from the Junkrat over to the Pharah too. So they want to be able to deal with the high ground. They're going for relatively similar compositions, though Prets isn't using that Winston that Pronic is currently going for. Slash has Revive, so it's going to be really hard for them to actually push through this choke point successfully, because you look how they're actually set up. The barrage is going to be coming through. The speed is providing them a lot of cover, and they will take down one Lucio, but finally they're able to return the kill back onto him.
How are they going to deal with that Mercy? Oh no, they managed to catch Faizu mid-air there. The rockets that were aimed at the Mercy does manage to catch him. Little dinks on the head there of La. La, very different map for obviously the Reaper. Ordinarily, I guess in your pugs or your competitive play that you're playing probably online, you will all be fighting around the points, but the pro games do not do that. They are fighting from the distance. They don't sit on point. They can't get caught out by that big Reaper ultimate, which he's hoping he can do, because they are holding the point this time, so they have to come in for it.
Lars, you just wait for someone to actually contest. The Guards on Search comes through. Don't know how many people actually caught on to. He's just waiting for them to actually approach the point, which at some point it could be a little bit too late, but the thing is they're not contesting. They're giving this one up for free. They're trying to fight 6v5 on the left side, and Shadowburn's already been taken down.
Oh, he's finally decided to come out of his point.
Prets.
Does manage to get 1-2. Faizu barrier with the barrage, and it's worked out very well. Pronic's not going to get away from this one. La will chase him down, and well, you know what? He waited, he bided his time, and it worked.
Yeah, they thought that the actual point was left open because so many people were on that left side or right side, depending on which direction you're looking from. So they pushed onto it. He got sped up into enemy team with the Death Blossom, and then, well, the rest is history here. So let's see. Now Prets at 53%. Remember, if they win this one, it's over. They're going to go on to the quarterfinals tomorrow. We'll be doing 4 quarterfinals back to back to back to back. That's probably one too many, and it'll be best of 5s to see which of the first 4 teams from Europe to get through into the group stage playoffs.
Yeah, this is their first chance to get through. There will be another 3 I should say. 16 teams moving through to the playoffs. 4 teams in total going to Gamescom. That's what we're looking towards. Shadowburn, barrage ready and waiting to go. Burpadur using his ultimate, just getting Clanton down, his opposite number. Trying to get around. Is he going to pick off the second one? No. Can he get on the healer? Not going to hold his barrage here. Could have probably picked off the Mercy a number of times, but held on. I'm not too sure whether there was given the go time, given the signal to just not use it yet. Clearly choosing not to. Will surely take out Faizu this time. Yeah, managing to pick off his opposite number mid-air. And Lucio, I think he just bounced Tonic into the Oblivion there.
No, yeah, so Tonic died. Actually, I think you're right. I think if we did knock him down.
Yeah.
But if you notice, Tonic and Mistakes actually have swapped heroes. So Mistakes on the Lucio and Tonic is on the Mercy because of the way they started the game. They want to keep the ult percent, so you want to stick them to the actual the hero that they're on. But they've got 99%. Now all they have to do is go for the retake and a clean hold after that. They have the barrage on the Faizu. The Soundbird's already been used, so the chance of him getting a clean barrage off is going to be dwindling as time goes down. They do have a Zarya. If Claws can shield him at the right time with a barrage, he can wipe the enemy team.
Trying desperately to knock somebody off the map there, aren't they? And La gets himself a double. That's going to be the Death Blossom coming in. Burpadur also used his ultimate, his tactical visor burning down. There's going to be a second one coming down there. Faizu trying to burn his down. So the Res coming through, but it's not quite enough to hold out, and they can't cap this point. They just can't clear off Fortress from the site, and you can see 99% to 90. This is very close. Faizu has to stick alive right now because they're in danger of losing the point.
They're captured. No, it's contested right now. They've been able to get back in Shadowburn as well, forcing the Palmer Rage out of Prong just to keep this one in overtime. It's 99% for both teams. Both teams are trying to fight this one out, trying to cap it back for themselves, and Lar back on point. Shadowburn, he's got the barrage available. He just doesn't have an opportunity to use it, and Clanton even using the Hideout takes down Tonic. There's no revive coming.
Gets a spot on towards the Mercy around the side, still capping back and forth, they're still hanging on to it. Either team just have to clear the site and they will win. Lar comes in, he gets instantly picked off. Buru trying to clear them around the side there. Clanton, so low, he'll get picked off, but instantly repelled, and immediately, this is surely it. Cruz gets in. Cruz are making players up as we go. Now it's going to be straight down to, can they get the Tracers on the point?
A big revive out of both teams actually to keep them fighting this one out, but that's going to be Buru already being taken out instantly. Lars, one of the last few remaining people on the point, he's going to drop, and they're hoping now that mistakes can keep the point contested.
Well, they're going to try and get close enough. Faizu tries to get his ultimate off, but it's from too far away. Then Shadowburn picks him off. Mistakes. Oh, he's been knocked off. Disaster. Overtime still sticking. Tonic just tries to run in, tries to pound on through, but that is going to be Fortress picking up a round. It's 2-1. This is not over yet.
Not at all. Great play for both teams at the end. 99% for both of them. And some great ultimates across the board out of both teams. So now what's it going to be? It's going to be Village as a first point here. Wait, well, yep, Village.
This site worked very well for Prets.
Well, the thing is, now you have to wonder. No, the thing is, it was really good for Fortress because they had Shadowburn on the Bastion. But now Prets have to wonder, is he going to go Bastion again? So they have to read into it. I think that's maybe we're seeing Perdura on Genji, though his Genji was phenomenal nonetheless. I mean, why not use it? And if they're using a Bastion, you can counter it. So Prets going to be going on the attack here. Fortress, they're still running Pronic on the Winston. He just has to shake down Perdura, and if he can take him down 1v1, then they have a good start.
Clanton's gone with that McCree. This is where they have to deal with La. Remember, La was very strong on this map, and that's what they're trying to think, but they have to try and keep also the Genji away. Good counter to both of them. So Clanton trying his best to counter what he can, trying to get those left clicks going, landing pretty successful shots, but obviously, as you see, not getting too many kills, and, well, the Tracers working well, but so far, it is going to be Fortress coming out on top in this duel.
Shadowburn picks up two. Perdura is trying to chase down, does get Clanton. Nalar gets one as well, so it's a 2-for-2 trade. And Nalar is looking to get on point to contest this. Don't let them cap it off right, and he's going to back away. So Fortress with the early hold. Faizu already taking out Slasher 2, so they're going to be losing their Mercy. Faizu picks up 2, actually, and Nalar picks up the 3rd, and they're going to get the point back for themselves. Prets, they're going to have the control so far.
I wish I'd have caught that, because I'm intrigued to see how, because you can see he's got his bomb ready and waiting to go, so it was just straight up headshots, I'm guessing, paired with La, putting the majority of the damage in there. So La's going to have his ultimate almost ready to go. Shadowburn, hello, wake up. Wake up, you are being shot by Faizu. Trying to sit in the staging area and realizing this isn't working so well. La, I'm going to keep my eye on him. Shadowburn pops around the side, pops that Dragon Blade, forces him away, but La now has his ultimate ready and waiting to go. Instead, he's just going to deal with Shadowburn. Shadowburn goes down, slashes the focus target, has to back away, gets that quick sound barrier down and can come into sight. Doesn't need to use his ultimate, but will anyway, because he clears it out with the rest of his team, and they hold on.
Thing is, that sound barrier was so important, because he had, what was it, 16 HP left. It gave him the extra overheal, right? But most importantly, it bought him time to pick up souls to actually get a lot of health back, because the extra shield you get from it disintegrates so quickly. He got enough HP, was able to actually use the ultimate off to keep this point in their control. 40% to 22. Fortress are on the back foot, but they have a lot of good ultimates up here, Demon.
Yes, Forsaken really needs to land a on-point Graviton Surge here. They're going to push straight into sight once again. Just basically say, come at us. We want the brawl.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's not a good Graviton Surge. They're around the back of them. Oh no, the Photon Bombs! Photon Bombs? I'm making them up. Faizu. It may as well have been a Photon Bomb. It did that much goddamn damage. Perdura also in there with the Genji. And that was a brilliant hold. But that was not a good Graviton Surge.
We saw 2 Graviton Surges. One that was really bad and one that was really good.
How many more bombs can Atomic Bomb. There we go. We can get an atomic bomb coming up.
I feel like a neutron bomb is stronger than that. But anyways.
Well, yeah, but we've already had that tonight.
Yeah, 68% to 32. Prets are looking to push the aggression up against Fortress, trying to force them back. Oh, this is actually an easy kill. Nalera, there's a guy right under you, Mufu, solo in HP, but instead he wants to focus down on a different target. And there's the High Noon coming in. This one out of Clanton. Kex on the 1, that's Faizu down, and they will get the point back. But Prets are more than happy to let the point disappear so they can get the head-to-head fight with more men in their side.
Well, you don't really have the straight-up brawly fight. Here we go. La just about got his ultimate ready and waiting to go, pinging away on the back of the Winston, but Quixie gets flashed out. But he's not been taken down. The rest of his team, okay, nice regroup there. They didn't really lose too much either, so they're just like, okay.
Thing is, though,
we know we can take this site. We're not panicking. It's 80 to 55. We can push in.
Fortress are holding so close together. They need to spread out because Nalar's going to go in with the help of the Zarya shield, pop his Death Blossom, and look to clean up. He gets the assist on the 1. Clanton, though, in the corner, gets the flashbang to actually stall him out, picks up the kill to him, but Klaus takes down Shadowburn, and Bradura's got the Dragon Blade available to help clean them up. This is going to be a cap back in favor of Prets. But the revive! No, the revive's here.
The big revive coming out there. Slasher doing some serious work, but is it enough? Clanton is getting chased down. He's going to get picked off by Bradura. Shadowburn also, he's all alone. And the rest of his team taking off there. Mufu's coming in. Oh no, they're into that 1-by-1 stage. Mufu all alone on point. Yeah, he's like, oh, wrong place, wrong time, back away. And now their spawn is split.
This is where it gets extremely dangerous. They've lost down on one of their Lucios. However, he has sound barrier. So as long as they stall off the get-go, and he gets in quickly with the sound barrier, it's going to make things relatively equal. The ground surge is going to be coming in. Cold Pronoct actually in this position. They lost on 3 people. That's Mufu. He has to come in. Where's the sound barrier? Shadowburn is just trying to stay alive. He's going to fall, and this might be it. This might be Prets picking up the game.
I think he will be. Forsaken's going to get picked off. There we go. Overtime running. Mufu tries to zerg his way in, but instant shot to the face from La. Those little pistols doing some serious work, and Prets will take it, ladies and gentlemen. They will move through to the quarterfinals tomorrow, into the big qualifying day in the best of 5 tomorrow. It's going to be some serious matches. We have 4 best of 5s tomorrow, but Fortress, hard fought from them. They knew they had to go on to Nepal. They knew it was a big risk, but Prets, they've clearly practiced hard, and that combo they have of the Reaper and Genji paired with a double